Charles Lindbergh was an aviator and an American hero. On May 20th, 1927, Charles Lindbergh, flying the Spirit of the St. Louis, made the first solo, non-stop transatlantic flight from New York City to Paris. This story is about the kidnapping of the Lindbergh baby. Charles Augustus Lindbergh Jr., the 20-month-old son of the famed aviator and Anne Morrow Lindbergh, was kidnapped about 9 p.m. on March 1st, 1932, from his nursery on the second floor of the Lindbergh home near Hopewell, New Jersey. The child's absence was discovered by his nurse, Betty Gow, who reported to his parents, who were home at the time, at approximately 10 p.m. A search of the home was immediately made, and a ransom note demanding $50,000 was found on the nursery windowsill. Soon after, the Hopewell police were notified. They called the New Jersey State Police, who assumed charge of the investigation. During the search, a ladder used to gain entrance to the second floor of the house was found, broken into two sections, indicating it had broken probably during the descent. Some speculate that baby Lindbergh may have died when the ladder broke. In all, 12 ransom notes were received, with the baby's sleeping suit being received with the 7th note. After receiving the 12th ransom note demanding $50,000, a go-between, a Dr. Condon, handed the money over to a stranger at a designated location. He gave Dr. Condon a 13th note containing instructions in the effect that the kidnapped baby could be found on a boat named Nellie near Martha's Vineyard. A search turned up nothing. On May 12, 1932, the body of the kidnapped baby was accidentally found, partly buried and badly decomposed, about 4.5 miles from the Lindbergh home, 45 feet from the highway. The discovery was made by William Allen, an assistant to a truck driver by the name of Orville Wilson. The head was crushed, there was a hole in the skull, and some body members were missing. The coroner's report showed that the child had been dead for about 2 months, and the death was caused by a blow to the head. This picture is of then Director of FBI, J. Edgar Hoover. On May 23, 1932, he requested banks to keep a close watch out for ransom money. $40,000 of the ransom money had been paid in gold certificates with their certificate numbers recorded. On January 1934, the FBI handed out pamphlets of all the gold certificate serial numbers to banks, grocery stores, gas stations, airports, etc. About 1:20 p.m. on September 18, 1934, the assistant manager of the Corn Exchange Bank and Trust on 125th and Park Avenue in New York City called the FBI to advise that a $10 gold certificate had been discovered by a teller. It was ascertained that the bill came from a gas station on 127th and Lexington. The station attendant was suspicious of the bill, so he recorded the license plate of the man who gave it to him. It turned out that it was issued to Bruno Richard Hauptmann, 1279 222nd Street in the Bronx. Hauptmann's house was surveilled, and he was taken into custody on September 19, 1934. After some investigating, it was found that Hauptmann was a German carpenter who had lived in this country for about 11 years. Hauptmann was indicted in Supreme Court in the Bronx. The trial began on January 3, 1935, and lasted 5 weeks. On February 13, 1935, the jury returned a verdict. Hauptmann was guilty of murder in the first degree. On April 3, 1936, at 8:47 p.m., Bruno Richard Hauptmann was electrocuted.